Welda-round 300. I'm going to go ahead and run through some of the features on this real quick. And we have our shop welder hooked up to this currently. So you can see, and I got a scrap piece of metal that we just had laying around from some other customers that we'll go ahead and test this on. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys the spindle on this. You got adjustment in and out, and then you got your adjustment up and down, and then you have 1, 2, 3 different axes here for the torch angle that you can adjust the angle on the torch. Your wire comes down through the spindle here and through into the gooseneck of the torch. So it goes up through the spindle inside here, okay, along with the gas passages. This is our piece of tooling that we have here. It's just threaded in there. It's a 3/8/16 thread for the spindle. So pretty simple there. You have your air actuator, which will bring that down, that live center down. Okay, now you can adjust your torch. On the back here, you have adjustments for your rise and how far down you want it to come. So you can adjust the height if you don't want it to go all the way up or down. And then you have your valve, so you can adjust how fast and how strong you want the pressure on that as well. Okay, on the back side is the panel. You have your shop air hookup, and then you have your on-off switch for the panel. All right. So when you turn the machine on, it'll give you an error code for e-stop. Just push fault reset. You might have to push it twice, and then you'll come to this screen here. You have controls, run, options, and weld settings. So really the only ones you guys are going to be using is controls, run, and weld settings. Options, you can turn certain things on and off. If you want the wire feeder off, gas valve, these are all paid options. That moving back to our home screen, we can go to our weld settings. Okay, so this is in milliseconds. So remember that 500 milliseconds is 0.5 of a second. So we have our pre-flow, pre-puddle, crater fill, burn back, and our post-flow. And right now we're just on regular CV mode. I'm running at about 22.5 volts. So we'll go ahead and leave that. And then let's go back out to the home screen. And we can go to our controls. This is the controls for the machine. So we have our jog wire and our inch wire. So if you're changing out the wire, okay, up here is the rollers. So you got your drive rolls and then your tensioner right here that the wire comes through. Okay, and up here you'll see there's a flag for homing the machine. Okay, so if you want the home to not be on the right side and you want it to be on the left side, you can just go ahead and move that flag that's inside there. Give you a quick view of that. Okay, our wire feed speed is set at a percentage because it's motor controlled. So right now I'm at 40% for the wire feed speed. We have our gas purge. You can hear it clicking on and off. And we're using 92.8 for this demo. That's what we have here in the shop. You have rotation counterclockwise and clockwise if you want to manually rotate them. Our weld speed, that's our travel speed. So we're at 20%. And our weld length we have set at 365. So we can go 365, 370, and we're in auto or manual mode of operation. Okay, so that's for that screen. Coming back out here, we can go to our run screen now. So we can also change our weld speed and our weld length on this screen here, and we can inch wire. If we go to manual mode, you'll see that it needs to be home all. So what I'm gonna do is push this, and that'll home everything. So there, now it's back to 0. So you can see that the degrees is set at 0. All right, you can turn your welder on or off. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it off for now. I'm going to put it in auto, and I just want to check our torch alignment around this part. So I'm going to go ahead and push start, and then of course we have our e-stop. And then if you want to stop it in the middle of the weld, you can just push hold. Okay, so here we go. and it went back to 0 for home. So now you're ready for your next part. Go ahead and raise it up, throw your new part in, and you're ready to go. Let me grab my welding helmet, and I'll go ahead and turn the weld on for you. All right, our new part's in, centered. Go ahead and bring it down. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Here we go. And that is metal core. Beautiful weld. Okay, so we're all set for our next part. Any questions? Feel free to give me a call. Have a great day, guys.